December 29th, and it is gorgeous out here. Like I'm in short sleeves. It's got to be in the upper 60s. This is just absolutely incredible. I kind of want to work on the boat a little bit, but I don't really have stuff I need to do any of the 3 projects I got in mind. I've got about half of what I need for any one of them, so just down here right now, staring, kind of enjoying my day. It's a beautiful morning. Gotta go do some stuff later, so just chilling. You know, I've got a little coffee. God, having a boat is awesome. So glad I kept the boat. Did come down here and shoot a little video just now about my biggest kind of boat building mistakes and how I've, you know, addressed them, changed course, dealt with them, etc. If you haven't watched it already, go check that out. But I just shot that a few minutes ago down here in the cabin, so I don't know. I'm just gonna enjoy the day, and I have no idea what this episode's gonna bring. It's a mystery to me right now too.
Do me a solid and hit that like and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it means a lot to me. Thank you.
It's so nice out. I've just gotten bored, coiled up my dock lines for a minute. I do want to, as one of my small projects this year, I want to store this anchor differently. I want to put like a proper deployment rail and securing system right here. I have no hopes of getting a windlass. It's still going to be pulling by hand. I can't afford, you know, what is it, like $1,600 or something stupid for a windlass. Nope, I will pull by hand, but I got to get a better way to deploy it and retrieve it. I really smashed up this finger good last year. It's not going to focus. Anyways, there's a good scar around the knuckle from where I bashed it up pretty good last year. Tried to deglove myself. One of the projects I had wanted to start today, but in rummaging in the basement did not have all the materials I need. I want to replace this. I want to actually make like a oak frame and, you know, seal it inside of fiberglass and have a thick plexiglass top so I can get light in here. But you know, obviously still have something under here like Velcro tape or something so I can put up a like a curtain or a screen. But right now there's none of that. It's just open and light and wind, or closed and darkness. But again, it's missing a few things, so that'll be one of the things I do soon, I think. I was also thinking about going ahead and building my dome over this part so I could wrap it with a tarp or plastic. I've got a big project coming up in the spring I want to get started on, but I need kind of an enclosure to work with. It's going to be messy. But again, all of my conduit I thought I had has been repurposed in my wife's garden, so nothing for that project today. One small project that's definitely going to get done soon and is reasonably cheap is I'm going to repaint in here. Probably put some more poly or something on the wood stuff, and this stuff down here, it's not wallpaper, it's actually like a foam, and it keeps the walls from condensating and getting these messed up, well, more than they already are. This is from an old leak from when it rains real heavy. Still got the leak, just doesn't come out very often. That one is from a leak up there, which does pop up frequently. But all this white stuff needs to get sanded up and cleaned, and, you know, spots like that get a little TLC. But just in general, painted and cleaned up in here. It'll make a big difference, and it's not expensive, and I can do it soon. Alright, so I still don't know what this episode's going to be about, it seems. I guess when you see me again in a few seconds here, I'll have been to the store and gotten some materials to start on something, and it'll be a surprise to all of us what we get into. Alright, so it's New Year's Eve, and the temperatures come up and kind of stayed up past couple of days, but the wind has started picking up. I had hopes of doing like a New Year's Eve afternoon cruise, but the wind's going to be even higher tomorrow, and while it would be fun because, you know, it's a sailboat and all, I don't have anyone to go with me, and getting this boat in and out of the marina in high winds, it's a little tricky. I need a second set of hands to be up on the bow. But anyways, I do have my next project figured out. Gonna need to run to Lowe's this weekend because this is one where I can actually get what I need at Lowe's. I believe the time has come to replace this old hatch here with the new one. The plan, I think, is going to be to frame it in probably red oak, which is, you know, nice, hard, and available at Lowe's. I'll then seal that in epoxy, and then I'm going to put a clear plexiglass window up in there. It'll still lock, it'll still open, and then I'm going to put around here row some like Velcro tape and get myself a screen that can go up there and a curtain that can go up there. So yeah, that's gonna be the next project. So this weekend, go shopping, get a little bit of stuff, and have something to build. Well, as much as I'd like to do one of those other projects, my next project has just been thrust upon me. The wind's been kicking up quite a bit here the last day or two. Increased a lot today. It's going to increase a lot more tomorrow. And I'm down here hanging out, and whenever the wind gusts, I'm feeling the shake of my mast. It's like wobbling like in the middle, which says to me my lower points, I forget what they're called. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on what they're called. Maybe I'll get creative and put it like right about there or something. But I think I probably didn't tune those tight enough when I came back and retensioned everything and put on the stainless steel wire stops. And so looks like I know what I'm doing tomorrow. At least I've got one more day of it being reasonably nice out. It's not going to be in the 60s, but it'll be in the 50s. So one more day before it turns cold. And again, tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be even windier than today. So I guess I'll go ahead and knock that out. I am going to go ahead and go to Lowe's and get some stuff. I'm going to do a new hatch cover on this front V-berth. It is just absolutely a whipping out there today. Okay, I'm back down this morning, almost afternoon, just to measure out some stuff on this guy. I got my inside measurements I can do, but God, it's so windy out there. Now I've actually got to let out my heat and open this hatch. Well, I got everything I needed. It's time to close the boat back up, get home, break out some tools, and get started on this new hatch. Welcome back to my mess of a basement. Today we're gonna be making a new hatch for the front V-berth. Got this nice piece of red oak, a handful of gibberish, and everything else I'm using for this except for a couple of screws I already had. So yeah, y'all know how I like to use stuff I've already got. Can't afford to do a big project right now, so I'm gonna do a little project. Keep moving forward. Alright, so that is my inside part of the frame. It's going to have another layer go on top and then the plexi. But this back end over here, we ripped down to be just a hair under ½ an inch, so it'll fit there between the hinge and the opening in the V-berth. Then the rest is still full thickness, 11/16. So I'm going to get these corners joined up and then get the top parts ready. This is why we measure twice and cut once, which I ignored. Well, I measured twice, 3-4 times, but transferred that to paper, brought it home. Anyway, let me shut up and show you what I got. She's gonna fit in perfectly back here, coming just in line with where the old hatch covers, and that'll give me room for these guys to get, you know, put back in. But I'm a tad long, so I need to go home. Of course, I didn't bring a pencil with me, so I've got to use arcane measurements. I've got to delete about a thumbnail. Yep, that'll leave me an 1/8 margin. About a thumbnail from this side and the other side. But it's cold as hell out here. Getting ready for snow and ice tonight, so I'm gonna get out of this hatch, come home, and get back to work on this. All right, we got that thumbnail width trimmed off and putting it together. It's nice and square so far. So, got everything cut and put together here. It's just temporarily screwed. I'm gonna take it back apart, glue everything, but not before I sand down some edges. Very little gotten done the last week or so, as you can see. Boat's covered in snow and ice. A lot of it's gone now. Thankfully, it's been melting off, but we had a few inches the other day with some ice included. Everything's nice and dry in the boat though. I did leave my little tripod camera holder gizmos at the house, so forgive me on the footage while I've been making the new hatch for up there in the V-berth, but more on that to come. The cold continues and the ice encroaches. The back half of the marina is nicely iced over at the moment. It's not quite to my slip. I'm a lot closer to the entrance, which, as you can see here, we've got a lot more movement from water in the river. So hopefully we don't freeze up, but I can see it way over there. I don't know if you can make it out here. There's some ice encroaching that way. But yeah, there's our ice. Getting close. It's one slip over. I just want to be on record saying I hate winter. I can't wait to go to the Bahamas. I hate winter. It sucks ever so slightly less inside the boat because I keep a tiny space heater on low just to keep it slightly above freezing in here, mostly for the batteries. I've got antifreeze in the tanks and stuff, but I just cranked it up so I can hang out for a minute. All right, so that, good God, that ice started refreezing almost instantly, so I went home and grabbed this tiny little electric trolling motor and got the line fished in there under the seat, running to the house battery and shore power. It's in its lowest gear, just kicking water up underneath the hull. I think that'll keep the ice off it. We'll see. It's definitely not going to overpower my lines, I know that much. I have no concerns about that. All right, got it covered for a little more snow coming in tonight, but shouldn't be much, so I think this is going to be fine. It's already moving these little ice things around that I just broke up again, so that's a good sign. And my buddy Buck way across the way there in the other boat, he's got a couple of water movers on either side of his boat, and there's no ice touching his, so I think this will do it. Quiet as can be. I have never seen this before. It's cold enough now, there are actually floating patches of ice on the James River. Like I've never seen it get cold enough for the river to start to freeze. That's incredible. Oh my God. Got to see how well that idea I had last night worked. See if that little trolling motor on low was able to keep the ice broken up enough around the boat. Fingers crossed, let's see. Never seen ice before floating out there in the James. I mean, it is new, all new territory for me. Ha ha ha, look at that. No ice here. A little bit up there. Oh, but look, the whole marina is frozen in. There's even snow out there in front. Look at this. All right, yep, my neighbor's here. There's some ice definitely forming between their boats, but I'm actually good. Let's look at the marina entrance. Oh, wow. Wow, the whole marina is pretty much iced in. Yeah, look at that. It comes all the way here, literally making a line across. Wow, on the other side there, I don't know if you can make it out in this, but just more big ice sheets floating. This is so insane. Still no ice all the way up, halfway. Look at that, it's just a little bit up here by the bow. Let's see if I can get there without falling in and turning into a Sean sickle. Well, it seems my little idea worked. Wow, look at all that out there. That's so cool looking. Look at the fractals forming in this. Wow. Winter has come. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. My buddy's ice free too. Just gotta keep that water moving. All right, got a few more days with it cold like this, but ought to be able to turn this thing off here in a few days. We'll have temperatures up in and around the lower 50s soon. Well, I'm pretty satisfied with how that worked out. I mean, everything's plugged in on shore power, so the little charger's running on the house battery system, but there's no significant voltage drop overnight as a result. So I'm just gonna let it run the next couple of days, so long as it's cold like this. Keep coming down here and checking because it's going to stay cold for another day or two. But yeah, I guess it's time to go fiddle around the basement, finish this new hatch window. All right, that little trolling motor there did just fine at keeping the ice away from the boat. It's gotten up to 50 today. Everything's melting back. What's still out there is basically slush at this point. It's gonna dip below freeze again tonight, but I'm not worried about the ice encroaching on the boat again. It looks like the next week at least ought to be fine. Did I mention before I hate winter? Thankfully here about another week and a half, get a little taste of summer again. The wife and I'm going on a little vacation without the kids, hitting up a cruise to the Caribbean. So yeah, you guys aren't invited on that, but I'll share some pictures or quick clips or something in a following episode. Anyways, I hate the winter. Did I say that? Yeah, just in case though, I hate the winter. Oh, it's so cold that I think I'm gonna have to add in a little something extra to that trolling motor to help out. So check this out. Got this little submersible pump here. I'm gonna go drop that over the side. Not her, I guess. We'll let her stay here and warm, I suppose. But I'm gonna drop that over the bow, figuring that I've got figuring I've got that trolling motor on the other end. I'll let this kind of just flail around wildly under the water. And hopefully that'll keep the ice broken up this week. I hate the winter. Have I mentioned that? Hey y'all, this one's for my local subscribers. Went to go put my submersible pump in at the bow of the boat today to help keep the ice from forming too thick, and it's got a short in it. It's not gonna work. Still got that little trolling motor on the back, which you're gonna see in an upcoming episode, but it's doing okay, but I need a little additional water movement. If anyone local who subscribes to the channel has a submersible pump I could borrow this week just for basically through Thursday or so, while we've got these super low temps, that would be awesome. There is a good email contact for me on the in the page, info, details, whatever it is. Please reach out if you got one I can borrow. Thanks everyone, can't wait to see you out there on the water. Flight disaster averted. So that thing failed miserably. Did not want to start at all. But I forgot about this other one I got a couple years ago. Completely forgot about it. Dug it out a little while ago, brought it down, and that thing, it's loud because of how it splashes the water, but it'll keep the ice away. That's all I care about. Well, back down here at the marina again, putting that little trolling motor on the back of the boat again. As you can see behind me, the marina's freezing over, so can't even really finish the little hatch project I've been working on just because can't get down here with it warm enough to. Anyways, so I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so I'm going to go ahead and do a wrap on this one. Going to be taking off for a little bit here, but I'll be back sometime early February. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys then. Thanks so much for watching. Can't wait to see you guys out there on the water when it's warmer.